Test. Okay, good. I'm coming through. Folks, I know I'm actually early. By 15, well, less than 15 minutes now. But, I didn't know what else to do to kill 15 minutes of time. And, so I figured I'd jump on here early and get this flight started earlier. So, I thought I was gonna do 2024 for this flight. I did purchase in 24. I bought a airport for Indianapolis. It said it was 2020. I checked the content over here on 2020. I can't see that it's installed, but there was two options for the airport. There is only one now, so something has been added. I don't know how that happened, but it's happened. Anyway, me load my flight, and then I'll tell you guys what we're flying. We are flying for Silver Airways again today, so this week has been Silver Airways. This is interesting. So we left KPSI on Tuesday to go to Indy. Well, today we're flying over KPSI, which is Springfield, Illinois, to go to Des Moines, Iowa. And we are flying the ATR 72-600. So, I was gonna fly the 42-600 Highline, but these each are only one livery, and they're basically the same livery. The same thing with the 42-600S, but the 72-600 had some liveries, and I'm not sure if we're flying any other one. Now, these L39s, I am not gonna fly next week. They all are roughly the same. Some of them actually fly correctly, some of them don't. I think we'll try off stream over the weekend. I have to try to see if the Aero 145 or Aero 45. This one says 145, that one says 45. Anyway, I gotta see if they work. Or we could just go straight to an Airbus. But, we're going to Topeka, Kansas, so we don't really need a big plane. So, I'm trying to think. Oh, here's the newest one I bought for 2020 for career mode, which we can't use yet. So, there are a few here. Like I said, I'm going through this list because there's planes in here I haven't flown in 2020. And then when we're done this list, when I'm done my playthrough or playlist here that I'm doing, I don't know what I want to do next if I need to stay in 2020. So here's, you've got your house livery, you got AFR Jet, Air New Zealand, Air Tahiti. Is that Tupela? Tupta. Whatever. Okay. And we got another Air Tahiti. Tijuana. Okay. Air Tahiti. Another Air Tahiti. And then we got Silver Airways. So I went with Silver Airways again today. And let's see, what's our flight number is, our tail number is November 703 Sierra Victor. And our flight number is 4642. Alright, so it says an hour and 31 minutes. I don't have like an off block time or anything I gotta worry about. The question is, do we go to a gate? We are big enough to go to a gate. I could leave from a gate. But okay, and we're taking off 23, right? What is this? Don't want that ramp parking. That looks like a bad spot. It's either we pick that or I pick ramp. We'll pick ramp parking 102 for departure. And then let's hit fly. Hour and a half airtime, so. Now, hopefully, this isn't like it was Tuesday. I mean, it is the same plane. Well, it isn't the same plane, but I might have to actually just restart this flight with us on the runway. We attempted this Tuesday, and I just couldn't figure out how to get us. I turned the turned power on and all that. We just didn't move. Our props never spun. All right. So we got to. It says import op. No flight plan loaded. Yeah, how do you? Because I can't on the key on the Xbox. I don't think. Import op. Login. Do we just put in a number? 4, 6, 4, 2. Did it log me in? I don't know if I got logged in or not. I don't know how that works. Payload. Well, we got unlimited fuel. I don't have to worry about that. Performance. Runway condition. It says it's dry. Okay. That's his landing data. Aircraft. We want wheel chocks. Do we want? Oh, okay, so cargo door. There you go, folks. There's the cargo door open, and I think we should be able to come out here and see it. Open. Yep. Alright. So you got a little cubby hole back here. Interesting. Is it the same? It's the same type of aircraft. Okay. Let's zoom back down here again. Let's open the main door. There's the main door open back there. Tail prop? What's tail prop? Oh. Is that what a tail prop thing is? Huh. Service door? Should be that side. Okay. Alright, we are cold and dark. Um, I don't know which power units we need. Can I click both of them? Alright, so let's close the door. Let's close the doors. We're all closed up. Okay. I want wheel chucks off, correct? Alright, now we want... Well... I don't know what hotel mode really means. Maintain 0? Uh-oh. We're just gonna restart from the right. Altitude. Why did it say maintain 0? That's a bad thing, especially in career mode on 24. Well, it's a good thing if you plan on skipping to your descent, as it's... Alright, so I need to change something. Good thing I was early, right? I got 15 minutes to kill. By the way, everybody, you can find me on Twitch at MattyLN at Twitch. If you're watching live, thank you. Or on demand later. Over here on either Twitch or YouTube. And that YouTube is MattyLN at YouTube. And join the Discord. MattyLN underscore 62552. On Twitch, the links, you can press them, they will load, will bring you to Twitch, or to YouTube, or to Discord, in the About section. In YouTube, under the channel description, the links are typed in correct as I know, but they do not work, unfortunately, and I'm not sure how to fix it. Alright, so we're just gonna load from the runway. What I need to check is my nav log. Yeah, why are you set so low? Alright. What was my ceiling? 25? Two, 5, 0. Two. Oh, it might help if I turn the num lock on, huh? 25000. Yeah, wait. Yeah, it might help. Live traffic, live weather, that's fine. Now, should we try from the parking spot again? I'm gonna just start from right here. Parking spot 104 this time. I keep wanting to hit the start button, and on 2020 you have to actually come down and hit fly. So I fooled around last night in 2020 and in 24 with my controller and setting controls, our mapping controls, and I have mapped sim rate increase and decrease to the controller. So there's only one thing I can use, well, there's nothing I can use the keyboard for, and 2024 anymore during career mode. Slew is about the only function left on the keyboard that I can't map to the. Well, I could if figure it out, but the only thing right now that I don't have. Do I need to reset fuel? I don't know why you popped up, but okay. So, cause we're at the fuel. Ooh, we're gonna need a pushback, aren't we? Okay, that's why it came up. We want. What did we want? Payload, not payload. Performance. Options. Not options. Not. Well, what is throttle setup? You gotta leave that alone. Alright, let's just leave that alone. Maintenance. Interesting. I have no idea what half of this does. Again, I said that before. This might work. Do the different things in the. Okay, we need wheels or chocks off. Do you want this? Alright. Okay, so we still need ground service. Because I need pushback. Uh-oh. Okay. What, our iPad lost power. Alright, let's hide this menu real quick. And... well, no, let's not. Let's bring this up. And let's actually go through the playlist here. Or, playlist. Checklist. God. That sounds... okay. That's good. Well, let's hope this works. If I go through this whole thing and we don't have it. Okay. Beacon light. Alright, did we do that? We did that. Okay, so before rotation, or yeah, before. Why is before rotation ahead of engine starting? Okay, whatever. Okay. Are the props moving? They are not. Okay. Um. Uh-oh. To do with sim beta update 16. I think. Um am I gonna uninstall it? I don't know. If I keep getting weird crashes. Now I use these planes on my own flights before we started the series. I was doing a little bit of plane hopping between all the places that were the capital before Washington D.C. So I was going from um I was going all over the East Coast. I think it was mainly New York. New York, Philly, Lancaster County. Odd place to have it. Trenton. Um, uh, Annapolis. But Philly and New York were the two places that the U.S. had it capitaled before they settled in D.C. Oh, if I did British colonial, it probably would have been Williamsburg, Virginia. But anyway, we're just gonna start from the runway because I went through the checklist. The props never spun, so I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or if there's something wrong with the checklist. I don't think these checklists that they put in 2020 are necessarily always correct enough to work. Did they fix checklist for 24? I don't know because I rarely mess with the checklist because I can't read it on the EFB. If there's a way to take it off the EFB into a separate panel, like we have here in 2020, then maybe. I'm in the loading screen to the game and you guys have no visual. According to the preview, you guys are looking at that green and purple circle. Let me refresh my preview here. Yeah, I'm in the loading screen for the game. So you guys should at least be seeing that. There you go. I don't know how long you were looking at that blue and purple circle as the dogs in the bark in the hallway. So how long are we gonna waste? Oh, we're gonna waste a half hour. Not even flying, but you know, how long does it really take to start up an aircraft and all that? Half the time. What is it? Nate sometimes, even on his good days of running through setup with his Boeing or his Airbuses when he's flying, can be about 45 minutes. Oh, INIA. Yep, that's what I want. Alright, so did wind conditions change? This is probably the other question. Because I load the flight in, it's going to load it in the way it loaded it the other day. But I also have it to ATC will redirect us. But I'm not sure when you launch right to the runway. I wish there was a way to pick to be start up while at a parking spot. Now, I was trying to go through the checklist. I couldn't. Even the co-pilot would have had the same issue like we had yesterday, even with the co-pilot on. Alright, so I won't use the sim rate function today. We don't need it. Alright, it's co-pilot's aircraft. Wait a minute, never mind, not co-pilot's aircraft. This is why I probably should have went to 2020. Alright. My aircraft. Throttle up. I thought I turned the... Oh yeah, we wouldn't be going this fast if my brakes were still on. You know, I had the assists on for taxiing and all this, and yet I'm still always having to realign the center line. And rotate. Ooh, shoot! We had a tail strike. Gear up. Co-pilot's aircraft.
Don't sink.
Yeah. Please. I don't know what DO is, but... the Delta Airways flight. Why are we descending? Thank you. Because I didn't check the nav log altitude thing again. Oh, man. We're going quite quick out of here. And I could speed this up. I could speed this up. Let's see. It is... It's just after... It's 7... Quarter after 7. Roughly quarter after 7 there. Let's see, because they're an hour behind us. So yeah. Now, like I said, we got another short flight on Tuesday, and I do believe I might as well stay in on 20. There is no, as far as research, I have been doing a little bit research. All I do is check the airport. I don't think the airport in Topeka has any scenery, so it's been light on scenery this month. Although I will start checking 2024, because if there's only one option over there, I'll buy it. I did that for Indy, and even though there's 2 options here in 2020, there's only one option in 2024 of only one airport that apparently is compatible. I don't know. There was airports for Des Moines. They were by Red Wing, and they were the 1945 airport. There was 2 different ones. I don't know. Oh wait, no. One was individual. The other one was part of the bundle. I'm not sure exactly how that function works in 2020. Like, can you choose which airport you want? Because I wouldn't. The only way I'd want the 1945 airports is if I was flying the, that era's aircraft, and it's not gonna load in a different scenery for the whole map, which would be weird and cool. That'd be cool if you could turn back the time clock in the game and it reflect real world landmarks and stuff, but they couldn't do that. There's no way of knowing what the world looked like completely in 1945 for you to fly everywhere on the map, with its airports that were open, cities less developed. They couldn't do it. I like the look of some of those 1940, the Red Wing designed airports. And I do have some of those aircraft that could fly in that era, but it's just, I don't think it's a feasible thing. You know what? I don't think we're gonna be going too high here. I think we need to restart for the 3rd time. I need to double check the nav-log altitude, or else we're gonna be there forever. Not forever. Alright, I'm just gonna manually put this in. Like I said, it could be at a different airport, or a different runway today, versus what I put it in for. Departure. Arrival is Kind-Kdsm. And we want, apparently you still want high altitude, and I'm gonna go for the stop moving on your own. The 1 hour and 20 minute flight. Or shall we go with that? That's an hour and 14. What is this one? 17, 14, 20. We'll go with this one. But I wanted to go over kind. Or, no, so yeah, I want this one. We'll go over Springfield. And Navlog. We can't go to 26. We can go to 25000. There we go. 26 is just a little out of our... It's just 100 feet more than this plane should be going. Oops, 250. Is that correct now? Yes, that's correct now. Oops. That still doesn't... You think that would change the time, but it doesn't. Now it says 119 here. That's 117. That's 114. Right, I wanted this one because of the... I don't know if we'll see it, but... Alright. Let's get the F out of here, right? An hour and a half flight. And I've wasted 30 minutes doing hardly anything. Yeah, I don't know why I have... This is like one of the few planes I have to manually handle the takeoff for. You know what? So much for being early, huh? Caught on the stream earlier, but we ain't getting anything accomplished any earlier. Okay, we are cleared. We're not waiting for anybody. I'm not even seeing any of the name tags on. Oh, there's a plane. There's planes over that way. And rotate. Hey, this time we didn't tail strike. Wheels up. And co-pilot's aircraft. Okay. Wait a minute. I just realized we're in the wrong livery. But okay, so we're in the house livery. I don't remember clicking it. We're supposed to be in a Silver Airways livery. I'm not restarting this flight again. Oh well. So on Tuesday, I handled the takeoff and landing. I most assuredly probably should handle every landing, although sometimes the AI does better than me. But I don't know on Tuesday if the AI would have done better than me. That's the question. I got a negative 330. So my landing rate was 330. The AI could have got God knows what. I wish we had the landing rate management thingy work while you were in career mode. Then again, I wish we had other air traffic while you were in career mode. Even the few times I've been in beta at large airports, I haven't heard any ground traffic. I can't even bring up the map for you guys and show you exactly where we're at, because we would see the waypoint, and we would see the SPI listing for Springfield. So, but yesterday when we brought up the map, the game crashed. So. Again, it's probably a Sim Update 16 issue. Sim Update 16 beta issue. There is still no dates listed for when we are receiving Sim Update 16 and Sim Update 3. The last time I was in Sim Update 3 beta on 24, we did not have heavy airliner or powered lift certifications, because it automatically gives you everything. And speaking of 2024, so tomorrow, what's tomorrow? Part 5? I'm questioning because I can't remember what I did yesterday. What I titled yesterday's video. That's bad, isn't it? You know, there's an easier way to find out your title, Maddie. YouTube doesn't quite tell you. You know, I keep forgetting I have whispers. And then I don't know how to delete the whispers. How do you delete these? You know, I think 2 of these are red because I might have, for some reason. Anyway, yesterday's stream title, so I know what tomorrow's is. Yes, tomorrow's is A Pilot's Journey Part 5. And yesterday, when I got off the stream and doing my own thing, I was just getting money. Light cargo was my jam. I wasn't getting all A's, but I got a few S's, I got a few A's. And I was raking in about 32,000 a time, and I was also using battery. I was scrolling back the time frame because I didn't pay attention to what the live. I was paying attention to live time, but I was scrolling back till I got the little red dot because I thought it was I wanted a daytime flight, and I thought it was nighttime still when I was on there yesterday afternoon. even though it was daylight in Korea. So we needed 150,000 for me to get my license for the company. I don't know how much I need for the plane. And golly. Anyway, so I don't know. Now they're contacting us. So, with the max being 90% off, I'm not sure how much money we need to buy it. However, looking through specializations yesterday, I realized I already have medium cargo. Well, I don't have it, but I have every requirement except for one, and I need a turbine engine certification. So tomorrow we have 2 certifications I gotta do, and we'll have medium cargo we can get. I have to do multi-engine and the turbine engine. I don't know if I should just go ahead and get the license, or if I should unlock. I should spend the money first in that, because I have enough money. I have more than enough. And medium cargo will definitely bring in more money. Search and rescue just says soft landings, so airfields, which I don't know. That's not gonna happen on stream unless I do ferry flights on stream. And I'm not gonna do another aerial advertising attempt. I've done 2. I told you guys I couldn't. I didn't like trying to do it. And I understand what needs to be done. I think it's more of a visual thing. I don't know that I'm lining up correctly, or getting the right height off the ground to snag the banner. So that will not be happening in career mode. Even with it unlocked in beta, the missions are still the same. Unlocking the starter one doesn't make the rest of them any easier. So no aerial advertising. And that would have probably made more money for me than the light cargo. The only reason I was doing a light cargo, I unlocked VIP private charter. And the only reason we were stuck doing light cargo in the area, in our home area, and trying to spread out from there is because there was no private charter flights. Yesterday there weren't. I think as of midnight the missions get regenerated, so there might be some today. I know it took a few days before ferry flights showed up where we were, so I have like 199,000, so I do have the money for the license for the company, but I don't know how much money we need for the jetway, the airliner, and then there's no sense in buying the airliner if I can't do anything with it anyway. Until I have my airliner license. So, looks like I've gotten 2 more new followers in the last 24 hours, so... And again, so, I think bots can still follow you even if you're not live. Because 20 hours ago was Femersons, and 40 minutes ago was X-Ray Zulu Boy 12. I really need to fix things, but I don't know how to fix things. See, it says I have 41 followers, and I guarantee you that's probably closer to 11 or 10, not, you know. I don't know half of what's going on with Twitch. I will be doing a channel update video on YouTube tomorrow. Yeah, I could do one for over here, but over here I am so... I don't want to keep shouting. I probably shouldn't keep shouting out people that are shouting out my followers that aren't real people. Whereas, on YouTube, I'm not really shouting out anybody, I'm just giving statistics of what's going on with my channel, and, that doesn't usually artificially spike. Oh, I had an artificial spike 8 years ago, by I was at like 20 subscribers, and it went up to 41, and then, I realized what it was, and I just stopped. I deleted videos and didn't make content for a few years. Oddly enough, when I started making content, those people didn't drop off, so they're probably bots. But it really wasn't an artificial thing. It was, but wasn't. I'm not gonna go into the details of the story of what happened or why I got like 25 subscribers in a day. It was not a bot. And even if that was because of a bot, give me that, I haven't had that issue again. I haven't had jumps like that. Mine have been slowly climbing. But a lot of the people that are subscribed to me have their stuff set to private. Either that or they are bots, and it's set to private for a reason. I used to have my subscription set to private. But I'm like, yeah, whatever. I fixed it. Everybody can know what I watch, what I don't watch. I mean, my channels. On YouTube. On Twitch, like I said, I don't follow that many people because it's hard to keep up. And there's even people I jumped in there, said hi to. I've been in chat, their videos maybe once or twice, but they're not putting content out that I care to watch. Or I just don't have the time to actually watch what they're up to. Wow. So see, I looked into this, and I don't know how to. When I end my stream and all that, I don't know how to not have my videos expire. I don't know how to fix that. Alright, we got 58. Alright, so we must be near the ceiling that they're yelling at us now. Yeah, we're at 42020. We're going about... Okay, we're going 198 nautical miles an hour. Our waypoint's at 55. Now, out of curiosity, can I see my flight plan, or is it not in this one too, like yesterday's? Yeah, it's not in here. So, this aircraft, my flight stuff doesn't get automatically input. Okay, so there's our waypoint, but the airport is 297 nautical miles away. Let's check out what we got up here. We've got nav radio, flight director, heading selector, nav source, heading mode, nav mode, approach mode, back course mode. I don't know what back course mode is, and autopilot standby. ATPCS is pushed. I don't know what that is. Alright. You got your wheel here. We have indicated airspeed hold. Oh, that's how you can hold it. Okay. Vertical speed. Advisory VNAV. I have no idea what the advisory is. Altitude hold. Autopilot on or off. Yaw damper. Speed hold. And autopilot coupling. Those are those, and then compass light, storm light, landing lights are off, strobe light needs to be on, nav light is on, beacon light is on. Wing lights? Do wing lights need to be on? Electrical devices on. No, that. Emergency lights are armed. Annunciator lights. Dim. Local light is on. Strobe light is on. Nav light on. Beacon light on. So it was wing lights. Was what I wasn't sure about. We can't really tell that any of these lights are on or off. We got a little packet in here, documents, which I don't know why you can click on them, but okay. You can lift this lid, access this stuff. You got oxygen flow rate there. You got your microphone. Console lighting. Reading light. Here's your escape hatch for the cockpit. The cabin, the lights are on. Okay. We don't need them on, but I don't know how to turn them on. I don't know which one turns them off. None of these circuits work, huh? What? Something's plugged in down. An actual outlet for the microphone, huh? That's what it looks like anyway. Is there anything interesting about this plane that's not in the other planes? Like I said, I think that's the same. So, we don't actually have a starboard door over here in the front. Alright, let's go through the cabin. Granted, we have nobody on board. So if you close this, here's your flight attendant seat. Uh-oh. I think it froze. I can't move anything. I can't pause the game. Yep. I think I need to undo the beta. It's not, I mean, betas, to me, it's not, I don't think it's doing anything to help improve the game right now. So, how far were we? Oh, I have no idea. We're hopefully landing on the ground again today. I would have took off from, if I knew exactly where we stopped the other day, but I didn't see anything on the ground to let me know where we parked. Okay. So, which waypoint was I at? We had 200 something to go. I know I'm gonna end up picking the wrong waypoint. We were closing in on a waypoint. I don't know the name of it. There's no way to know the name of it, because if I pulled up if I pulled up the map, it would have crashed too. So after I finish today, I will undo the beta. I think it's the problem. It's supposed to be fixing stability issues. But I don't think it is. I don't know if we're getting any new free aircraft in 2020 up until for the next 2.5 years now. Because they are going to continue updating this till 2028. So we got 2.5 years. So, and I think this is the first update coming out sometime in the next month or two for this game, and they haven't had an update in a year, so we're probably only going to make, and this is 16, so they're probably going to do maybe only 4 more updates. And they'll probably stop at 20. I'm just guessing. That'd be kind of interesting that 2020 stops with 20 updates. Alright. Oh, let's pick the correct livery. Because in mid-flight, I can change the livery. No, I actually can't, but we will be in mid-flight. I had 200 something to go. Let's see what happens if we start here at departure. That says 317, huh? Wait, where's... That's not the one I wanted. Load. I need to make sure we're on the right flight path first. No, that's the one I had. Oh, it changed it because I changed the... Alright, so... Departure. And... We're on high altitude. 249 miles. We'll go with that. I'm adding in a waypoint here. $250 miles to go. Alright. Let me just double check. Yeah, 25000. There we go. Because that would have been fun to start flight. Okay. And wrong screen. 250 miles. I didn't even look at that. I had to fix that though. I had to add in the waypoint I wanted. because it was going to reroute. Funny how so I loaded in my flight, and the flight goes the way was at the way I wanted it to, but because I changed the departure along the flight path, it changed the whole flight path. Alright. Did I get the assist on? Okay, I did. There we go. Now we have the right tail number and with the right airline that I wanted. I didn't know there was a flamingo on there. So is Silver Airways a Florida thing? Alright. So we've pretty much got a straight shot. Where is... It is a straight shot, but we should be flying over a waypoint. Okay, so I know you guys didn't hear this, more than likely. ATC's telling us to climb because I couldn't get the AI and I didn't pull back on the stick. But we are climbing back up to 250. I believe I picked the closest waypoint to getting this completed. Like I said, so I think I'll undo the beta. And then I am not sure. I do have sim rate increase, but I didn't want to use sim rate increase a lot on these chill flights. I don't know what aircraft we will use to go to Topeka. That's not a long flight, but it could be depending on the aircraft. I could mess around with that today instead of getting in career mode. Career mode for tomorrow's video for part 5 is pretty much set. I could just make more money right now. Like I said, I think we'll get the certs out of the way and do 2 medium cargo flights. And I don't know where I'll go from there. I didn't pay attention to specializations. So I looked at it. I gotta spend 25,000 credits for 2. I gotta spend 5,000 for multi-engine and 20 for the turbine engine certifications. So I've made 50,000 more than I need for the license for the airliner company. But I don't think I'm gonna go for the license till I actually have the reason to unlock the airliner certification. So we'll just unlock what I need for specializations and rack in the money. I could go for other certs. I could spend money to go for other certifications and unlock some other specializations. But I was on fixed wing. I was gonna do everything I needed to for that company. Whereas there's not any rotocraft specific company. I'm not even sure. I know there's. Well, wait, I take it back. No, there's aerial construction. So there is this one company specific to rotorcraft, but I think if you were gonna stick to just rotorcraft, you're very limited on probably what companies you can make. I know there's a flight scene company. I don't think you can do skydiving in a rotorcraft. Well, actually, I mean, yeah, it's dangerous, but I mean, you're in a prop. But I'm not. Let's see, rotorcraft. Search and Rescue is a company. I don't know if Medivac would do a helicopter, although in IRL we do that quite a bit. Cargo. I don't know if I saw any helicopters under the cargo listing of aircraft you can purchase for the cargo company when I was in beta. I think that has to use you need the Hoyt, the hook endorsement to hook your load and do that versus actually putting it on the aircraft. Which is funny, you could do light cargo in the helicopter without using a hook. Alright. So, I'm curious to know where they would park if I, well, no, they sent us to a gate at Indy with me doing, asking for call at the hold short before entering in taxiways off the runway. So, the co-pilot would have gotten the same parking spot. I won't go back. We were looking at something in the cabin, and well, it crashed. So the game crashed. So we'll just stay out here. What exactly is our altitude? We are at 24200. And I bet you that's somewhere on a screen in here, isn't it? Nah. Yeah, 242. 199 knots. We're level. Looks like we're at 30 degrees. Oh no, we're at 300. You know how to read it, Maddie. Don't be an idiot. Yeah, I don't know if we're going any higher than 242. We look pretty level right now. What is this switch? Is that grounds? GPWS. I know that from Train Sim World. Is it the same thing? Is it a warning system? Oh. So we have a target speed thing you can set. Your barometer. I don't know what DH/MDA is. What do we got down over here? Active channel and our standby channel. Hey, it's right here in the plane. Does it always show? I bet you that one's always here. This is our maintenance screen. Landing gear, pressurization, landing elevation indicator. I just wish my flight plan was on the screen. You got weather radar. Gain, okay. Cockpit door. Open. Closed. Well, wait, open? It didn't actually open it. Alright. Okay, because it's supposed to stay closed right now, I guess. What? Paper advance? Printer? Power switch? Reset printer? Wait, there's a printer in here? Idle gate on? What? Okay, wait. This parking / emergency brake. Power lever 1, power level 2, engine 1, engine 2. Okay. Idle gate, huh? Map. Ooh, these knobs do something. Okay, that's intercom. These are all comm channel things. Passenger. Main panel / pedestal lighting. I want that on. And overhead integrated lights. I want them on. That's rudder trim. See, isn't this nice? No. I mean, this is nice for me. I don't know about you guys, but I'm on co-pilot mode. I know we're pretty much safe right now, and I'm checking out stuff in the plane. Flood lighting. We don't need flood lighting. It's quite bright here. Flight data recorder event. Reset flight recorder. Flight data recorder ground control. It's turned on. Okay. So, what are these? These are your ILS idents. Where's our DME, ADFR, HFR, voice? Where is our squawk code? I don't see our transponder. It's probably on here somewhere. Especially with the radios. Is it right here? That's the weather. That ain't it. Okay, so... Anti-skid. Shouldn't the anti-skid... Okay, it is on. What do we got on the chart here for speeds? What's our landing speed? God, you know, they could make this easier to read when you zoom in. Alright. I think we fooled around looking around things enough. Wow. I was gonna say, are we really going this slow? We're going 200 knots. Roughly. I mean, you might as well say 200 knots. And I think I cut more than half the flight out. But I didn't look at how much flight time was left when I picked the waypoint we picked. But I knew we were close to... We were over... I don't think we were close to 200 exactly. Alright, let's take a look outside. Oh, we just passed over an airport called Virginia Airport. ATC's calling us. Where's... You can't... I can't zoom in unless I was in drone camera. Let me see here. Are we steady enough for me to use the smart cam? Question is, can I not lose the control, the cursor? And don't that. And free cam. There it is, right there. There's the exit. I usually have trouble doing this because the drone camera sucks, but we are at a good level. I say that, but we are moving, so. Ah, see, it's really touchy. Okay, so it's our stairs. Here's the second door. What's actually... There's nothing actually back here, huh? Yeah, there's no floor. There's no cargo hold down there. Alright, that's enough screwing around with that. I'm getting busy. Right. Reset. Wait, one says 157.59 and then another one says 157. Okay, I see. I think I know now. Well, we creeped up 20. We went from 42200 to 42240. When we went 40 feet, we climbed 40 feet. So, unless I can come up with a new idea when we finish this playlist, which I thought was going to take a lot longer because I'm only doing like 2 flights a week. Granted, we haven't even gone through half the alphabet just yet. And we have some long flights to the territories. We got Virgin Islands and we have the Samoan Islands. Puerto Rico's not that far, but we are going to be going from Pennsylvania? Is there only one state with the letter P? I believe there is. Why? That feels like such a dumb question. But I believe we're going from Philadelphia to San Juan, Puerto Rico, when we get down to there. But next week's flights will be Des Moines to Topeka, and then so we're going from Iowa to Kansas, and then Topeka, Kansas to Frankfort, Kentucky. Not Louisville, Frankfort. Again, I thought Louisville, Kentucky was the capital. No, it's Frankfort. Then again, I thought Athens, Georgia was the capital. No, it's Atlanta. So, yeah. Maybe Athens used to be the capital of Georgia? But not when I'm looking at the history. It's been Atlanta for my whole life, so I don't know. Maybe that goes to show you they used outdated history books in school? Who knows? It's funny though, in school we learn state, capitals of the states and stuff. What if they change? Then our information is wrong. And yet we learn the wrong thing. Well, granted, we always are learning the wrong things. How much of our actual history do we know the truth of? History is always written by the winner of any battle. And I guarantee you racism is all over our history. History's been rewritten. So, I learned history a certain way in school because it was based on rewritten history. I think Woodrow Wilson was responsible for some of that. Where you only get like one paragraph of the Philippine and American War, or you got maybe 2 pages in a textbook about the Mexican American War over Texas. I mean, basically, I only know of the Fort Alamo. I can't tell you really anything else. There's San Juan Hill. Teddy Roosevelt, Santa Anna, supposedly with one leg. What is it? Not Crockett. Is it Davy Crockett? In East Tennessee. Someone from East Tennessee that's also famous for Alamo. I don't remember off the top of my head right now. But yeah, a lot of our history's been rewritten. So it makes you wonder how much of our history do we actually know is true. Like, my nephew is starting 1st grade this year, and I'm wondering what type, if any of their history books are up to date. Wonder what they're going to be taught in public school about the Clinton, Bush, and Obama eras. I lived through it. But what do the history books say about it, We lived through those years. Well, I'll tell you this much. I never learned anything about civil rights other than the civil rights for African Americans in school. I didn't learn about any other struggles for any other demographic of persons. In history in school, I didn't learn about, we'll say, any civil rights for disabled people, or any civil rights for the LGBT community in school. Granted, again, my textbooks were outdated, and my textbooks were probably based on 60s and 70s, so AIDS was a problem in the 80s, so but I didn't learn about Stonewall and LGBT history stuff until I was an adult. There's a lot. I have learned a whole lot more things as an adult in the last 20 years out of high school than I think I did in school, because that was forced learning. Anything I learn now is because it piques my interest, and I get more out of it. I think that's so. I mean, maybe that's how they should restructure schooling, but they can't restructure schooling to be individualized educational plan for everybody. I had an IEP because of my vision problem, but my education was still not individualized. In fact, in the state of Virginia, you can't graduate high school without completing driver's ed. So as someone who could never get a driver's license, I had to actually take the class and do the bookwork, even though I could never get in. I got into a simulator once, maybe twice, and then I'm like, no. Okay, this is dumb. Dumb that I had to even do it. Luckily, my teachers were accommodating enough to just make me show up for class and then fall asleep. I never had to do any of the bookwork unless I wanted to. And I pretty much didn't. I slept through the class, because what was the sense of me doing it? Granted, I do know enough to operate a golf cart. I have enough vision to operate a golf cart. I used to ride a bicycle without anybody else riding it, without doing tandem, so I have enough vision that way. But yeah, I could never actually, I'll never be, I shouldn't say I shouldn't, I'll probably never, but I don't think in my lifetime the self-driving cars are gonna become useful enough or sold widely enough that DMV has to, and the government have to change their laws on who can and can't drive. If you have completely automated, like, AI taxis, I think, are somewhere in, I think maybe in Toronto, where you just get in the back of a taxi, put in your, give your, where you want to go, and the car does its own thing. There are vehicles out there, Tesla vehicles, that you, basically smart car, just not really using the word smart, but it's all automated, but you have to stay awake with your feet on the pedals, ready to, or not feet on the pedals, but feet resting there in case you need to take control, and your hands on the wheel. You can't sleep, and you can't look away on your phone, or else the car will stop. This seems really slow. Now, I can speed this up. Here we go. Let me see. Is it not gonna work? Oh, right. I can't use sim rate increase or decrease while in co-pilot mode. My aircraft. Okay, AI's aircraft. Oh, you can't do it with the AI either. Alright, so my aircraft. Alright, and I'm... Huh. I could have swore I keybinded that last night and saved it, but that didn't work. Did I reverse them somehow? Now I'm curious. Controls. We're gonna search. No, I can search input. Get off there. Search. There's nothing showing up. Huh. Well then. That's interesting. I could say it, or I saved my controls last night. increase was supposed to be LT, RT, and decrease was supposed to be RB, LB. So, we should have... Oh. I mean, it's not like I can't stick with this for the rest of the flight. I just was like, oh, now my screens aren't working? Lovely. What caused this issue? Because I have this issue without beta on. I had this issue in regular Sim Update 15 release build. So what the fuck, right? Granted, I've had this issue in 24 as well. I see we have wipers, but I didn't see a button to turn them on. .200 knots an hour. Alright. We're already getting descent for landing. Wow. Why are we... Why are you sending us down to 3,000? We have 88 nautical miles to go. They're just sending us quick. Or did I somehow have sim rate turned up and I don't know it? No, but I mean, they're making, we're going, wait, first they told me 16. Then they said 6. Then they said 3. All within 1 minute. So why couldn't they just give me one call and tell, say, Spirit Wings 4642, please descend 3,000 feet? They didn't need to tell me 16, then 6, then 3. So I didn't have sim rate up for it to be doing calls like that. As you saw, my keybind wasn't there. I don't know why. I mean, yeah, we're a slow piece of shit, but we're gonna pick up speed now anyway, slowing down. Or, descending. Okay, what we have a radial is at 161 miles away. What? Why does it show we got a radial at 161? Even though we have 81. Because I have, damn it. We have to hit that radial, I think. I believe that's a radial. Whatever. So, I doubt I'm getting any sceneries next week for where we're going. Again, that's Topeka on Tuesday and Frankfurt on Thursday. Then from Frankfurt, we gotta go to Baton Rouge, and yeah, that's a little more of a flight than I think Kansas to Frankfurt. I don't know what aircraft we'll use or which game will be, which version of Flight Sim I'll be in. Ugh. Alright. I should be. It'll be done really early today. Or should be, but I mean, we really didn't get off the ground any earlier than I probably would have. It's an interesting vertical tail, how the body of the plane sticks out that far. So I'm not gonna pick a livery. I don't know where this livery actually works in real life, and I don't care. I liked it. It looks the best. So in 2020, we might be having flights for airliners or for airlines that don't operate in the U.S. I could get a livery pack, but it would only be for the. I think the liveries would only work with the A320 and any of the Airbuses I have. I think the only Boeing. No, I have the Boeing 787 and the 707, of course. So we have the Pan Am livery. Not sure what the others. It's 757? Is it the 747? I don't know. I know we have another airliner that was in the game, but I'm not sure which edition. Here on 2020, I bought the Aviator edition, so. Bought the Aviator edition for 24 as well. That was a mistake. I feel it was a mistake. I always assume buying the edition of a game with the most stuff in it at the higher price is the better deal, because buying that stuff individually later costs you more than the original price to buy everything all at once. However, there are plenty of planes. Because in career mode, you're only going to use what was in the standard edition. I wish they would, career mode would incorporated the different editions that you have, because they have tons of planes. Alright, looks like we're starting to turn. We have a waypoint at 56 miles. Des Moines is at 59. There's still a radial showing up, though, at 161. Oh, wait, no. No, that's this radial right here at 55. And let's go ahead and put the landing lights back on. Yep, there we go. Okay. I did that just in time, huh? You can't tell that we have any lights on anywhere, though. I mean, there you can. You can see the red light, the beacon on the belly. No! Another game crash. What is that? Three? We had three Tuesday as well. I have a feeling the beta, which is supposed to be causing more stability, is causing more instability. Uh, is this how it's going to be in a few months when 16's actually released? Might, we might not be getting any game improvement. It's supposed to be visually better. I can't tell the difference whether it looks better or not than than standard 15 does. All right. I hit do I have to hit refresh on the stream again? I think I do. Let me just wait a few seconds here. Yeah, I gotta hit refresh again on the stream preview because I don't know what you guys were seeing. I know what I was looking at, but okay, there we go. As you hear the ceiling fan whirl in the headset, I do. Alright, so we know we have roughly 60 miles. Right? I don't know what's causing that. I don't have anything. I don't even have everything installed right now. I've only got the U.S. updates and cities, and well, I've got all the aircraft, but I don't have. I don't even have all the game modes on. Like I have the Zero to Hero. I didn't install that. I don't have the landing challenges on. I don't have the races. I didn't turn that on. I don't have the bush trip stuff installed right now either. Discovery Flight's just automatically installed. I don't even know if I can uninstall them. Okay. Again, we gotta pick the flight again. Can I at least land at two airports this week? On my Tuesday, Thursday flights, can we land at the airports? Would you believe it that this upload bar takes just as long as 24 does? 24 is supposed to be faster. And it takes just the same amount of time. I'm not hearing anything. I'm not hearing anything. What happened to my audio? I'm not hearing a thing. You know what? Does it matter right now? Just want to get done with this. Okay, here's Springfield. As I try to find Des Moines. Alright. It does matter that there is no sound. But why is there no sound? Okay, we want Kind-Dsm. You know what? I can just load. Alright. I'm gonna assume we're right here. At Chazzy. So, departure. Yeah, that's good enough. 15 minutes. Okay. Let me just test one thing here. I'm gonna unplug the headset and put it back in. Test, there we go, okay. Granted, we're in a screen where there might not be any noise. We have no audio. Well, I don't want controls. I want general. Make sure. Okay. Nope, that's all fine. I'm not. I'm not restarting. Or I should. Never mind. You guys don't need to not hear anything. All right. Um. When it crashed, and even though I restarted, alright, hit refresh on the stream again. In fact, iPad's at 52%. I probably should plug it in. You know, I forget that I can use the iPad for other things, like taking my screenshots for my title cards. Alright. So we're gonna use Chazzy as our departure, because I think that's slightly further than we back than we were, but that's as close as I can get, I think. There we go. There's music. Now we know we're working. Oh, again, wasn't gonna do it on camera, but I will deactivate the beta, and we'll see if we have the same problems next week. It's funny how that still shows up as a world. We've had a new update since then, yet they didn't change the information in here in this title card thing. I did used to do discovery flights, where I put in and made my own flight plans, and I did that the old way. I could still do that in here. I don't remember where I stopped off. I could actually just redo them, but I was using Copilot feature, I believe. Although I could do my own. I could fly it myself. Because Discovery flights, I could just take the 172 and I could do the flights myself. Because they'd be short ones. Landing challenges, I don't think so. Bush trips, the AI, in here, the Copilot feature doesn't work if you use the pre-planned bush trips, but I could put one in, like, what is it? We have the Spirit of St. Louis trip with the Spirit of St. Louis. I could use SimRate and do that. There's achievements. There's an achievement for going from Toulouse, France to Seattle, I think. It's something to do with Asobo and Microsoft's headquarters. It says you do that flight. It says no assists. So if I turned all the assistances off and I still used SimRate, I'm not sure if it would calculate it. Anyway, we need to load my flight. There we go. Oddly enough, my cursor just happened to stop on Fort Worth. And we wanted... I said Chazzy, but we can go right here to Javis. Is probably where we want to start from. Departure from Javis. 61 miles. That's fine. And we're gonna go low altitude. Because we were supposed to be at we'll put us at 16000. Okay. Alright. Welcome in, everybody. The third attempt. The game's crashed 3 times on me. And I had to actually launch the game again because we had no audio after the last crash and relaunch. So, I picked Javis as the waypoint that was closest before we were on with the high altitude. Which I still should pick high altitude here. There we go. There's no waypoint now. It's just straight in. We got 61 miles to go. I set us at 16,000 feet because I think that's where we were supposed to be at when we hit this waypoint. So, if not, we will find out when we get in here, and I need to get my fingers prepped. Okay, go fly, which it's still gotta load in. I still gotta hit it again, but... so it is the Boeing 747. There we go. I couldn't remember. I was saying 57 or 47. It's the 47. Alright. Alright. There we go. My co-pilot's aircraft. So, I think we were at like 56. So I really did pick the best way to restart this for our final. Uh, welcome in, Golden Girl 8894. If you want to keep getting info on what I'm up to, you can just hit me up on Discord. The link is on the page. But that's Maddie L Lynn _62552, and please check out my YouTube playlists over on YouTube at Maddie L Lynn. And over there is me on camera on a few videos, like the playlist called Channel Update. And there actually will be a YouTube channel update video this Friday. I do have to make one in the morning, or tomorrow afternoon. Maybe in the morning, before I actually get on. I mean, I have nothing, oh well. I don't know. I probably won't do it in the morning. My channel update will probably be after, but then I usually end up giving away what's in my video before it's uploaded. And we have 3 viewers right now, so thank you for lurking, if you are lurking. Thank you for the one chat. I guess on this channel, bots welcomed. I don't know. I probably shouldn't say that. I'd probably end up worse than that happens. But thanks for the follow, Golden Girl. Yeah. Golden Girl, can you give me any more chats? Like, where are you from? What are you up to? What do you like? What drawed you into watching my stream? And maybe this is something I need to start doing when I get chats that I'm not sure about. Interact. I need feedback from you guys. Let me know you are a real person. Because according to this account was created 12 hours ago. I'm giving you a few minutes to respond. I know I have 2 people watching. All this does is make me definitely know that almost everybody that my follower count is definitely being falsely identified to me. I know of probably four people that out of the 42 right now. Damn it, another crash. I don't even know where it was when we crashed. So I'm not getting a response to my question, and it's been over a minute. Ban. See ya. You guys get more of this blue and purple circle screen than anything lately, and I'm sorry. You know, I can't control the game crashes, that's for sure. Someone did tell me one time to turn down level of detail. Like, I don't think that's the problem. I'm not using sim rate right now, or that would be a problem. Okay, Sobo logo. There we go, okay. So, there we go. I'm gonna take it that the viewers are lurking. That's fine. Maybe it's better to have lurkers than chatters I'm banning. Now, if I could just not get people to hit the bots that follow me, which I don't know how that works. How can a fake account creator hit follow? But whatever, right? I mean, stupid problems. Stupid problems. Why can't streamers and just get on and record their footage and not have to worry about bots and people being jerks? I usually get asshole comments on some of my YouTube videos. I just delete them. I don't even interact with it. I just delete it. If it's a good comment or a comment I can react to that is, not assholey, then I respond to them. I could save myself the trouble of getting bad ones and just turn comments off completely for YouTube videos. Alright, so at 7,000 feet, we are definitely within the window to be a low altitude. So I will be moving us forward. I'll pick that what was that, last altitude? And then I'll change the low altitude and move up to the waypoint before landing, because this is just getting ridiculous. I had this problem Tuesday, where we spend just as much time reloading the game as we did in the game. Alright, so we're right here. Javis departure. I want low altitude. And I want $7,500 is what we were at. Or close to what we were at. Alright. So that's 65 miles. And I said I was going to move us up. So we're going to start from right here at OG. OG is right, my god. Start at the OG departure, which brings us down to 49 miles. Right? $11 49 miles. Alright. You know, anybody watching this far in and hears this message right here. If you are a real person, you need to do more in chat to stand out, or, messages like that. If you just created your account, and you're coming in here, please find a better way to stand out? Because I'm just automatically gonna delete or ban the account. Or hit ban on your profile name, because your account's way too new and your message is questionable to me. Alright. So we gotta climb 500 feet. Let's see, where are we going? Kansas. What is Kansas's? Kansas's things. You know what? I'll just look it up later. But 5 K is a 5. So we're 425. I think 4252. No, it's not KA. Kentucky's KY. I think Kansas is KS. So, I think we're 4257 on Tuesday. I think it's KS, so that'd be 57. And then 5759. I believe is on Thursday next week. If we get another crash, I'll just keep doing the same thing. We are gonna land this plane. This is ridiculous. This isn't me like screwing. Well, like, okay, well we made it to the city, but we didn't make it to the an hour and a half flight time is gonna take us more than it's gonna take me like 3 hours to complete, isn't it? We got 20. Well, I've been recording for 144 minutes. We got 16 minutes till we hit the 3-hour mark. Oh, what is Nate? Nate put something in Discord. What's going on? Wow, Nate, that's from the 12th and you're now putting it up. Ew, wow. A picture from the flight on the July 12th. He's just now posting it in his Discord. Alright. So, I don't know what's causing the game to crash. Like I said, I think it has to do with Sim Update 16 Beta. It shouldn't, unless it's something I have installed. I'm not sure. We're definitely not in any area where there's specialized sceneries right now. And the ATR aircraft are in 2024, but of course they're simplified menus in there. Whereas here I could have I don't know the difference between the three Highliners, other than they were different livery. I think they were different liveries, but I don't see why it was listed there 3 times. Granted, I have the 172 float in here more than once. The same thing with the skis. I'm like, what? There's no difference. Why is it in here more than once? And there really is no difference. There's no livery difference. It's just in there more than once. I'm like, why? Why? And I've checked it out. Maybe one was supposed to be steam gauge, and one was the glass. But there was no difference in any of the models when I've picked them and went in and went through all of them. Like, nope, no difference here, no difference there. So this landing's gonna take longer than it needs to, because we have to go out and turn back in, past the airport. Because, I don't know why but it programs it that way, and that's supposed to be the automatic. That's the automatic approach. And that was a direct arrival and automatic approach, I believe. I mean, I didn't check. I didn't check what it was, but we're doing ILS runway something. So they have us coming around versus landing the way I would have picked. I could turn off the ATC and make them enforce my flight plan, but I like them rerouting. Alright, so if we get Delta Sierra Mike, Des Moines, Iowa, it's either VOR or their waypoint, but okay. I mean, if this crashes again, I don't think I'm gonna restart, because we are like right there. We are right on the end of it now. There's no... I'm probably not gonna But I mean, we're in Des Moines. We got 11 nautical miles to a waypoint and 16 to the airport. As we descend to 3,000. I don't know why. Again, I don't know why I could have swore I set my controls and saved them last night. But I'll redo that when I'm done this, and I don't know. I might need them for Tuesday's flight to at least sim rate increase by 1. I think the most you in career mode on 24, the most you should probably do is hitting the increase twice. So it'd be like, I think 4 times the speed. Because anything faster than that, you're gonna miss out on ATC calls, which lowers your score. What's the altitude we're supposed to be hitting this waypoint at? 7,000. Well, but we're descending. You told me to go to 3. We have visual of the ground, but we don't have visual on the airport. That's 8 miles away. And we have no instruments anyway. Does this mean we're supposed to VFR this landing? Damn it, folks. This is getting annoying. I'm relaunching the game again. We were 11 miles out. 11 miles out. 3,000 feet. This is ridiculous. So, I didn't check to see if there's any missions, but I don't know if my aircraft that I bought for career mode are, implemented into the career mode right now. Oh. Again, an hour and a half flight. It's gonna take me 3 hours to get done. Because of the game crashing. This flight should have been over 20 minutes ago. I should have only been on here for like 2 hours. This is why, folks, after I stream, I grab something to eat and go outside and smoke. I need to relax. Then I get in here and do my own thing on the games, on the flight sim. That's what I usually do. I said I might get on and make more money today in career mode. Keep doing them light cargo missions. If I happen to unlock soft landings and then there is something else we will do before, along with medium cargo unlock. I'll have to also do tail wheel endorsement for search and rescue. But I don't think that's gonna happen today. So, but I know for sure we have 2 certifications to do because everything's ready except for those my turbine engine endorsement for medium cargo. Alright. One last time. Alright, so we pick here. It's departure. Then we move it to low altitude. And we're gonna pick this for departure. That's 26 miles out. What about right here? Now I'm just trying to pick. $26 miles out. And 3000. I guess we're going with 26, because I don't know. I can't get us any closer than that. We were at 11 miles away from the airport, but that might have been. We still have to go out. Like I said, we have to go out and come back. So, that wasn't quite that accurate. One more. Oh. I feel bad for anybody that watches. Hey, I'm the one that's got to watch this again later myself, so. Ugh. Granted, I usually just put it on and ignore the video. This is why I don't know what it sounds like half the time. Thought I started us at 3,000. Apparently I did. Dropping in at 5. Did I hit 5,000? Ugh. So, oh, man. I'm just determined to land here today, huh? Can't pick a waypoint any closer. I don't think there's another way there. I don't think there's a VOR that would have been closer than 26 miles away on the low altitude one. If we have another crash, I can't really. I don't know where to pick. I picked the closest I can, other than the GPS just sends us straight in. But it still would be at 26 miles away. I don't know. It's every time they go to external view. Hey, we got our screens back at least. We were at 8 miles. I remember that now. We were at 8 miles away, and I was saying I can't see. I still don't see the airport. So I was a little more than 3 times the nautical miles away. Right? 8 times 3 is 24. And we were at, I started us at 26 miles. This is ridiculous. Like I said, I don't know if it's beta or a piece of add-on. But I don't even have I have just planes installed. I don't even have that many sceneries right now. Granted, I bought Kind on 24 and it's a 2020 update, yet I don't know if it actually is installed over here. I went to my installed menu. I couldn't find Kind. So, I mean, it should be backwards compatible. I bought it in 2024. It said it was a 2020 scenery, so it should come back in here, and it should have been installed. Like I said, I go to the offer screen for Kind, where it had 2 yesterday, or 2 the other day, and now there's just 1, which means, so 1, I've purchased something. Now, this is where we were last time, wasn't it? Yes. We were about to hit this turn, this last turn, which I don't know where it is. It's here. Well, maybe not the last. We've got to go back out that way. But, that's where we were, though. We were hitting this turn, or about to hit this turn, and it crashed, so. What? We gotta go 12 miles out and then come back? That's 126 miles left. See, there's a waypoint there, but on the flight screen there was nothing for me to know that there was waypoint here. Or I would have picked that, and we would have went straight in. Which is technically what I could do, I mean. I guess, I don't know. I've just been picking waypoints that are on the flight plan. It said I'm on low altitude to start the flight because we're at like we're under 10,000 feet. Did they even load us in with our landing lights on? No, you didn't. Oh, sorry. I shouldn't have done that. See, I think to me, it looks like we're about to hit the ground. But this way, it doesn't look like we're about to hit the ground. Please, not another game crash. If we crash now, I think we're done. We safely can say I made it to Des Moines. But this stream's gonna end like every stream usually ends, with me just somewhere on the ground in the area of the airport. Or are we gonna actually make it to the airport? I think 95% of these Capital of the Capitals territories flights have ended with us somewhere near the airport. Like Tuesdays was, I think, the first time in a long time that we actually landed at the because I was determined to. I'm like, we got to get to the airport. Okay, gear is deployed. Well, now my screens aren't working this time. What happened? They were working, were they not working? I thought they were working. I still didn't see anything about transponder. I know it's out here. It's got to be down here somewhere. You're coming in a little hot there. We're coming in a little hot. Alright. My aircraft. Alright, flaps are full.